To bend this particular scroll, I used a piece of 1/8 inch thick by 3/4 wide by 14 long flat bar. I also gave the flat bar a forged look. For more details on this process, please refer to my video on how to give metal a forged look without heat. For this specific scroll attachment, which I purchased from Princess Auto, I don't recommend scrolling any material thicker than an 1/8 inch and wider than 1 inch. As for your scroll attachment, please refer to your owner's manual for its capacity. To install the scroll attachment, I'm just gonna put the scroll assembly in the last hole right here, just like that. And the bushing pin, as you can see right here, is gonna go in the second biggest hole, past where I just inserted the die assembly. I'm gonna set the scroll attachment to the starting position. To achieve this, I need to turn it all the way clockwise, like so. If the scroll die gets caught on the bushing pin, just simply move it out of the way and continue to turn the handle clockwise. And that is my starting position right here. Okay, we're gonna form our first scroll. So I'm gonna insert the stock into the inner die. With my left hand, I'm gonna grab the handle and turn counterclockwise just slightly until my stock is resting against the bushing. Okay, and I'm not pulling too hard with this left hand because I don't want to bend the metal just yet. I'm gonna make sure my stock is parallel with the compact bender. And once I'm satisfied that everything is nice and square, I'm gonna turn this handle counterclockwise to begin scrolling. And I'm gonna stop when the scroll has reached this fulcrum right here. There's a little point on the end, on the inner die, and that's when that makes contact with my stock, that's when this is over. All right, so watch carefully and keep your eye on this little point right here on the inner die. Here we go. So I'm gonna turn counterclockwise very slowly, no need to rush. Okay, and we're almost there. Right here, that's the point where I want to stop, when that little point makes contact with my metal. Okay, and there it is. Now I've reached the end of my first scroll, so I'm going to turn the scroll attachment clockwise now to release the tension. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of roll the die here out of the way, and I can pull my scroll out. And here is my first scroll. Once you're at this point, if you want to keep on scrolling, you have to move the bushing pin. Alright, so this is what we have so far. And if we want to make a bigger scroll, we have to move this bushing pin. So let me show you how to do that. I'll just reinsert my piece here. And again, I stopped right at this fulcrum point right here. Okay, so that's when I wanted to stop bending with the inner die, and now I want to move to this outer die. All right, so I'm going to take this bushing pin and I'm going to move it to the last position, the last hole here. Okay, and then we just keep on going. And of course, the longer your piece, the bigger your scroll can be. But here we are. All right, now we've got a bigger scroll. This particular scroll attachment does not actually belong to this compact bender. It's made by a different company, so I've essentially mixed two different products together, and as a result, the process isn't 100% perfect. As you can see, the scroll is slightly crooked as a result of that. So I'm going to show you how to fix this mistake before we continue with bending the second scroll. Alright, so I'm going to insert the scroll into a vise like so. And I'm going to clamp it down. And now you can really see that it's crooked. Alright, it's very obvious right now. So all I got to do is just bend this towards the right. I just got to twist it to the right until it's straight. And there you go. Problem solved. It's just that easy. Let me warn you right now that if you do not correct the twist in the metal after bending the scroll, in other words, if you try to do this after you've bent 2 scrolls, it's too late, it's going to be too difficult, and chances are you're not going to have a good result. Okay, we're going to bend our second scroll, and as you can see here from this example, we have 2 opposite scrolls here. Now, in order to achieve this, I need to insert my stock into the scroll attachment backwards. Alright, otherwise I'm going to have 2 scrolls going the same way. Alright, so if I want 2 scrolls going the same way, so a scroll going around like so, then I would insert it the same way as the first time. But if I want an opposite scroll, I need to insert it backwards. Okay, so we're going to do a backwards scroll. So here we go. Again, I've got to reset the scroll attachment. So I'm going to turn it clockwise all the way. Okay, like that. And again, we're doing a backward scroll. So if I do it this way, that's not a backward scroll. That's a the 2 scrolls are going to be going the same way. But now if I flip this back the other way, like this, now I'm going to have a backwards scroll. Okay, and that's what we're going to try to do. So here we go. And again, I'm keeping my eye on that fulcrum right here, because that's where I want to stop. And right there. That's it. I'm done. So I release the pressure, back the scroll die off a little bit, and then slide it off of the handle. And now I have 2 opposite scrolls. But as you can see, it's crooked. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to the vise and I'm going to straighten out my second scroll. I think now you can maybe see why this would be difficult if we had 2 scrolls that were twisted. It would be really hard to correct, but now that we've made the correction the first time, this process is going to be a lot easier the second time. And there you have it. Now you know how to bend a scroll with a scroll attachment on a compact bender. I'm Mr. Cyr the Shop Teacher. Hope you learned something. See you next time.